Alright, we have the 2024 Valentine's Day Hottest Female Champions tier list maker. As you can see, I have the wider range of female champions of all shapes and sizes and ages. If you'll take notice of the tier list categories, we have S, A through D, too pure for this list, and jail. Now, you can probably assume what the jail time is for. It's for those who are obviously underage, and yeah, you get the gist. So we'll go, not alphabetically because I just uploaded these willy-nilly, but we'll go in order and go on from there. So without further ado, let's begin. Annie, jail, easy peasy. She's like, what, 6? That's disgusting. Next up we have Kale. Now, Kale, you know, basically a celestial being, an angel, but she's a little too rough around the edges for me. You know, I do like a strong woman, but, you know, not to the point where, you know, she's gonna be mean towards me, you know. Equal sides, you know, maybe one has a little bit more power, but I think Kale, you know, she's, you know, beautiful, but, you know, the balance of power may be way too skewed. So I'm gonna put her in C. You know, in terms of beauty, you know, she's beautiful, but, you know, not my cup of tea. Next up we have Shyvana. You know, for those who don't know, Shyvana is getting her, what is it, VGU in, is it next year or the end of this year? I don't remember. But she is getting a VGU, and she's gonna hopefully continue to bring on that like strong woman that, you know, she has. And I do like myself a strong woman, so in terms of beauty and personality, I'm gonna put her in C. Until we really see what she looks like, you know, but currently, you know, it's just yes and no, little down low on the lower tier, but overall, pretty nice. Next up we have Ari, basically the female figure of League, next to Lux basically. Ari has like 10 million skins ranging from Academy to Star Guardian to, what is it, Pop to KDA, you know, basically your cosplay girlfriend. And I do like myself a cosplay girlfriend. She is pretty dependent if she's able to do all these different things herself. So to put her in a category, I'm gonna put her in A. Next up, Sejuani. Sejuani, she looks a lot better in her 2024. Actually, wait, no, 2022 was it? 2022 cinematic with what was it? Olaf and Volibear. Now she looks smoking in that cinematic. I'm gonna put her as B. You know, not too hot, but not too, you know, down, you know, like average. And that's fine. Now Fiora, she's fast, she's talented, but I don't like laning against her. And my opinion against laning against these champions may or may not go into effect depending on how I feel. It's just a, you know, a on basis thing. So in terms of where she will land on the tier list, I would probably also say C. Now Lulu. Lulu is one of my favorite champions in League of Legends. I have all of her skins. Pretty sure all of her chromas, probably except for one skin, maybe. I have the Star Guardian Lulu figure, but in terms of hotness, you know, she's a Yordle. Yordles live, you know, hundreds of years, but to me, she is just too pure for this list. It wouldn't be fair for me to rank her in terms of hotness since, you know, one, I don't know how old she is. And two, you know, it's Lulu. She's just pure, you know, kind-hearted Yordle who originally, you know, turned children into, you know, frogs and squirrels, which is kind of terrifying, and then they changed her lore. I especially liked her in the little animation they had with Tristana, Teemo, and Corki, Graves, and TF, which was really cool. So, moving on, Lissandra. Now we got to see Lissandra in the Song of Nunu game, which really expanded the lore that she had. I especially love that game. And I hope other people did too. You know, and even though we can't really see her face because it's covered, we did get to see a glimpse in the game, which was pretty nice. So, in terms of hotness, I would probably rank her, let's see, Diana. You know, she's a Solari. You know, she, already has a love, Leona. It just wouldn't be fair for me to, break her apart from that. Sorry, Diana fans. I'm gonna put her as D for Diana. Quinn. I hate laning against her. I don't like her. D. Sorry, Quinn fans out there. Now, Syndra. Now, you might not know this about me, but I do love a girl with thick eyebrows. Are they lovely? And Syndra has probably some of the thickest eyebrows in the game, I think. But to rank her in terms of hotness, probably B tier. I think that's a good place for her. Now next up, Zoe. I can easily 100% with confidence put her in jail. Next up, Zyra. Plant Lady. I don't like winning against her, but, I gotta give it to Zyra players. They always ask for more, and they never give up, which I can appreciate and respect. In terms of where to put her in hotness, unfortunately, I'm gonna put her in D. It's just not my cup of tea, even though she got them, beautiful eyelashes. Can't hate a girl, who is really good with her mascara. Next up, we have Kaisa. Basically, League's favorite ADC. Oh, female ADC. I kind of wish, they go more on her of what would have been possibly a void event thing. But in the end, nothing really came from it. We got this really cool splash art kind of change, but they didn't really put that in the game. It kind of just showed up on Twitter and nothing came from it. To put her in this list, I would probably put B. Not too high, but it's getting there. Seraphine is next. I wasn't really the biggest of fans of her design. I don't really know how old she is anyway, too. Let me see. How old is Seraphine? 17. Well, where I come from, 18 is the legal consent, age of consent. So, probably jail. Now for Sivir. She's an explorer. Don't really know much about her. She's one of those champions that, especially with legendaries, you can't really do much with her since her abilities are just kind of really pinpoint. She's one of the few champions in this game where you can't really extend upon that, because unless you're going above and beyond, just changing little animations here and there really won't make a difference. So in terms of hotness, I'm sorry, Sivir fans. Not my cup of tea. Soraka. This beautiful goat celestial being, support, she's a really nice support. Sometimes, very stubborn to go up against. But I can appreciate those who are confident enough to, walk ahead, and throw down Qs. Because if you don't hit those, then you're kind of screwed. So in terms of hotness, B tier. Also to take note, where these are listed, it's not low C, high C. It's just same old. Talia, another champion. I do not know her age. Talia, age 16 years old. Jail time. Apparently there are inconsistencies after her release. Scathlock has stated that she is 23 as of 9:96 AN. I'm just gonna go off by what Google says and put it in jail time. Camille, nice, mature, knows what she's doing, but maybe a little too hard on the job from when she got transformed into a cyborg robot or whatever. In terms of hotness, probably a C. just at the perfect, middle ground right there. Talia, another Yordle. She's probably more mature than, the other Yordles, and actually looks, to be actually put into this kind of tier list. So I'm gonna put her probably in C tier. I almost forgot her name. Belveth. Now, kind of wish the icons would show, her monster face, because, there are a lot of, monster fuckers out there that do like a good monster woman. And I'm part of that. B. Kindred. Basically the embodiment of death and life itself. I'm not a furry, but they did make her really hot in the cinematic this year. So I'll put her also in B tier. MF. I really enjoy, there was this one, strategy you could do in the Rune King game where you essentially just spam one of her abilities and she'd do stupid amounts of damage. But in terms of hotness, looking at all her splash arts, I'd probably put her in B. There's probably gonna be a lot of Bs more than anything else. Ash, I don't really have a yes or no answer for Ash. She's just there. So, probably C. I don't have a... Again, it's, kind of wobbly with how I feel about her. Zeri. Now, Zeri, I believe, is of age. She's in her early to mid-20s. 22 to 27. Essentially when she came out, she was super broken when people built Titanic on her. But in terms of hotness, C tier. Sorry, Zeri fans. Jinx. One of the first champions I actually bought with money. I think one of the only champions I bought with actual money. Even though she's flat chested, everyone can like their different sizes. I myself more is better. For me, at least. But Jinx, I do like myself a crazy lady. So probably A tier. Briar. Even though, I'm a chest guy, I do like me some thighs. Chicken thighs, if you know what I'm saying. And she's crazy. Personally, I would put her in S tier. Now, Senna. When you came out, or was revealed to be coming out in that cinematic years ago for the 10th anniversary, my god, was that a fun time. But you're married, and I'm not a big fan of NTR. But this is ranking on hotness, so I put you as B. It's pretty good. Kiana, when you came out, everyone thought you were one of those mobile game ad ladies. I don't really have any opinions about you, so unfortunately D tier. Morgana, goth mommy basically, some might call her. I especially love seeing you in Mage Seeker. That was a really nice surprise. To put you in this tier list, probably A tier. I do like me some dark mascara and purple lipstick. Vi. Basically the male gaze of a league, or at least one of the first male gazes, I believe. In terms of League of Legends, probably C tier. I don't know. I like me strong woman, but might be a little too strong for me. I get intimidated easily. Nami, Fish Lady. I really liked your new legendary that you had, and I feel sorry for Syndra mains. I hope they do get their legendary eventually. To put you on this tier list, probably B. Alright, we're tied for B and C, and Evelyn. Now, if memory serves me right, since she's basically a succubus, she can transform into anything that she believes you desire, which is essentially an all-around balanced part. It's like breakfast. You need your milk, eggs, dairy, fruit, Same with, lunch and dinner. You gotta have, all the parts of the food pyramid chart. And that's what Evelyn has. But for me personally, A tier. A little bit above average, but not too high up. Yumi, she's a cat. Jail time. I'm not fucking a cat. Samira. I do like when I have Samira ADCs when I'm playing Rel. But, you know, I'm sorry Samira mains, but D tier. Sona. Also, another one of my favorite champions in this game. I only have like 2 skins of you, the DJ and the other one. I don't know what it's called. Personally, I'm putting you S tier. Aurelia. Now, if we're talking about champions we absolutely hate, with all of my heart, Aurelia is the one I hate the most. I don't care what people say about wanting to delete Yumi. I want Aurelia out of the game. I don't care if she's on my team or the enemy's team. I want her gone, you know, out, 3 strikes and you're out, kind of, just deleted. So, and that puts a huge emphasis on how I see her in this tier list. D tier. Janna. You know, I hope Riot eventually makes, you know, a VGU or at least an update to her, because her model's getting kind of old there. But you know, I really do enjoy her Star Guardian and especially her Crystal Rose, where her elf ears are out in, you know, out there in the open. So with that being said, putting her in A tier. Illaoi. Possibly one of my favorite characters from the Rune King. I loved her story that she had, you know, her journey to Nagagaboros, you know, her finding out like what she truly needs to do. I basically had her for the entire game. I rarely switched her out. But for this list, we're going on hotness. So I would probably have to put her in probably B tier. Next up, we have Kalista. Probably my favorite ADC, even though I don't play ADC at all. Her voice actress is really, really good. I especially loved her in the Rune King story, where she's basically the main character. To put Kalista on this tier list, probably C tier. Karma. I don't really have much to say about Karma. Probably C tier. Now, Xayah. You know, Xayah, I understand you have a boyfriend and all that stuff, but I'm putting you in A tier. Sorry, Rakan. Caitlyn. I don't like getting headshotted at all. It hurts. I really liked you in Arcane, and you're okay. You know, you got nice skins, but D tier. Sorry. Nico. I don't know how old you are, so I'm just putting 2 pure for this list. Ral, you're underage, I know that for sure. Katarina. I liked your comic. And you're kind of a pain in the ass to deal with in game. But you have really nice, you have nice skins. You got the Sleigh Bell Katarina, you know, people like Sneaky cosplayed as. You got Project, which is probably one of my favorites. B tier. Elise. I do like me a spider lady. So, C tier. Wow, we have a lot of C's. Oriana. Jail. Vayne. I don't like you all that much. I'm sorry. D. Cassiopeia. That is another champion that I hope gets, you know, reworked or VGU'd, because you're getting to be that age, you know, where your model is really weird. D tier. I'm sorry. LeBlanc. I don't really like you all that much. D tier. Vex. You're more created as a teenager, so jail time. Jungle Cat Nidalee, as Nico would say. I do like me a cougar, so C for cougar. Poppy. Poppy is another one of my favorite Yordles. I kind of wish they utilized her more in animations and cinematics. I'll put you in B tier. You know, not too high, not too low. Akali. Now there's a mysterious lady I like. In-game is a pain, but you know, she has really nice skins. B tier. Lilia, you know, half lady, half deer. What more could you want? It's basically the male equivalent of a horse girl for ladies who like horses. You know, I don't want to pull a dumb, so A tier. Not too high, not too low. Next up we have Gwen, who I believe is around her 20s. Physically appears 18 to 25, so I am able to put her above the 2 pure for this list and jail time without being seen as a creep. You know, you got really nice skins. Probably your Soul Fighter skin is probably your best. So B, you know, good for you. Renata, you know, I do like me a mature women. In terms of hotness, maybe a little too mature. Like, I like, you know, bananas, but then when they get too ripe, it's kind of like, you know, it needs to be at that perfect time, you know, to just pluck off and eat. And unfortunately, Renata is a little too, you know, too ripe for me. Probably D tier. Leona, you know, again, I do like me a strong lady, and she got Diana, but for hotness, C tier. Not too high, not too low again. All right, we're on the home stretch. Nyla. She hasn't had an age specified, so I do like what she's got going on, and I wish people utilized her more. So B tier. Riven. You know, she got that bunny outfit, and she got another bunny outfit too, didn't she? Yeah, the battle bunny. It's kind of weird. It'd be pretty cool if we got to see her like a Star Guardian skin. So A tier. Next we got Nefiri. She got that dog in her, because she's literally a dog. D tier. And last but not least, we have Lux. I'm not the biggest of fans of her. You know, she has a shitload of skins. Like, holy moly, does she have a lot of skins. So, I will put her in D tier. All right, and there we go. We got our S tiers, A tier, B, C, D, 2 pure for this list, and jail time. And that is the 2024 Valentine's Day Hottest Female Champions tier list. So with that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic Valentine's Day. So with that being said, I thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my Twitch. We're trying to get to 50 followers so we can add emotes. I'll have all my stuff in the description. And with that being said, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.